Dodge's V8 engines, particularly renowned for their powerful performance and iconic status in American muscle cars, have faced significant challenges in the modern automotive landscape. As the industry shifts towards sustainability and efficiency, the V8's high fuel consumption and emissions make it increasingly incompatible with today's stringent regulations and evolving consumer preferences. The combination of stricter fuel economy standards, growing environmental awareness, and advancements in alternative powertrains has prompted Dodge and other automakers to rethink their reliance on these traditional engines. As the automotive world embraces electrification and more efficient technologies, understanding why Dodge's V8s have struggled to adapt offers insight into the broader transformation occurring in the industry. Number 7. Fuel efficiency regulations. Across the world, governments have imposed rigorous laws on fuel efficiency and emissions. One example of these regulations is the Corporate Average Fuel Economy (CAFE) standards in the United States. These standards force automobile manufacturers to meet certain fuel economy targets across their entire fleets of vehicles. The purpose of these laws is to limit the amount of fuel that is consumed and the emissions of greenhouse gases, which will force manufacturers to prioritize technology that are more efficient. Despite the fact that they are well known for their tremendous power and performance, V8 engines are often poorer in terms of fuel efficiency when compared to more recent engine technology. Even though there have been developments that have increased the efficiency of current V8 engines, they continue to consume more gasoline and emit higher emissions than turbocharged V6 engines, hybrids, or electric drivetrains. Electric vehicles do not create any exhaust emissions at all, but turbocharged V6 and hybrids deliver performance that is comparable to or even superior to that of electric vehicles, while also offering much improved fuel efficiency. As a consequence of this, automobile manufacturers are confronted with difficulties in combining the performance advantages of V8 engines with the requirement to comply with more stringent laws. As a result, several of them have adopted alternatives that are more environmentally friendly and efficient in terms of fuel consumption. Number 6. Environmental and emissions concerns. There has been a rise in the awareness of climate change and environmental sustainability, which has led to the implementation of stricter restrictions regarding emissions with the objective of lowering emissions of greenhouse gases. Because of their higher fuel consumption and larger engine displacement, traditional internal combustion engines and particularly large displacement V8s are substantial contributors to higher levels of carbon emissions. This is because of the fact that fuel consumption is higher. There is a rising amount of pressure on manufacturers to reevaluate their reliance on high-emission powertrains as global efforts to reduce carbon footprints and battle climate change get more intense. It is because of this that there has been a shift towards alternatives that are more efficient and friendly to the environment. These alternatives include hybrids, electric drivetrains, and smaller engines that are equipped with innovative technologies. These options produce fewer emissions and are more in line with sustainability goals. Number 5. Technological advancements. There's been a reduction in the need for huge V8 engines as a result of the development of smaller turbocharged engines that provide equivalent power levels while also improving fuel efficiency. In comparison to conventional V8 engines, turbocharged V6 and even 4-cylinder engines are capable of delivering powerful performance while consuming less fuel and generating fewer pollutants during operation. The advancement of technology has made it possible for automobile manufacturers to satisfy tight criteria for fuel efficiency and emissions without compromising performance. As a consequence of this, numerous manufacturers, including Dodge, have embraced these more efficient engine options in order to strike a balance between power and environmental compliance. This reflects a shift towards sustainable performance solutions in the automobile industry. Number 4. Shift toward electrification. Automakers have been compelled to make significant investments in electric powertrains as a result of the worldwide push towards electrification. This is mostly due to the need for vehicles that are cleaner and more efficient. When compared to conventional V8 engines, electric motors are an attractive choice since they provide quick torque and exceptional performance. This change is reflected in Dodge's business strategy as seen by the company's launch of electric muscle cars, such as the prototype Dodge Charger EV. In order to demonstrate that electric technology can match or even surpass the power and driving experience that is typically associated with high-performance internal combustion engines, this car is designed to produce performance that is on par with or even beyond that of their V8-powered vehicles. Dodge is able to align itself with future industry trends through this strategic pivot, which also allows the company to cater to the rising market of consumers who are environmentally conscious and performance-driven. Number 3. Market demand and consumer preferences. Despite the fact that the characteristic growl of a V8 engine continues to enthrall lovers of muscle cars, the consumer market as a whole has switched its objectives towards fuel efficiency, sustainability, and modern technology. Vehicles that have a lesser impact on the environment and a greater fuel economy are becoming increasingly popular among modern consumers. Hybrids and electric vehicles are examples of such vehicles. This shifting preference among consumers is a reflection of a growing knowledge of climate issues as well as a desire for transportation options that are both cost-effective and environmentally beneficial. As a consequence of this, automobile manufacturers such as Dodge are shifting their attention away from conventional V8 engines that produce significant levels of emissions and towards the creation and promotion of vehicles that have powertrains that are more environmentally friendly. By implementing this strategic shift, they will be able to satisfy the requirements of the consumers of today while also conforming to the broader trends in the automobile sector. Number 2. Cost considerations. Dodge, which is now owned by Stellantis as a result of its merger with Fiat Chrysler, is modifying its business strategy in order to align it with the future direction of the automotive industry, which is increasingly concentrating on electric cars, EVs. The company Stellantis has made a commitment to making a big transition towards electrification, with the objective of converting the bulk of its vehicle lineup to electric powertrains over the course of the next few years. This strategic pivot is being pushed by a number of issues, including tough rules regarding emissions, the growing demand for environmentally friendly transportation solutions, and the requirement to maintain competitiveness in a market that is fast expanding. Number 1. Future-oriented business strategy. Dodge, which is now owned by Stellantis as a result of its merger with Fiat Chrysler, is modifying its business strategy in order to align it with the future direction of the automotive industry, which is increasingly concentrating on electric cars, EVs. The company Stellantis has made a commitment to making a big transition towards electrification, with the objective of converting the bulk of its vehicle lineup to electric powertrains over the course of the next few years. This strategic pivot is being pushed by a number of issues, including tough rules regarding emissions, the growing demand for environmentally friendly transportation solutions, and the requirement to maintain competitiveness in a market that is fast expanding. As a consequence of this, the continuation of production of conventional V8 engines, which are notorious for their high emissions and high fuel consumption, is no longer compatible with Stellantis' long-term strategy. At this time, the emphasis is being placed on the development and expansion of electric vehicle technology, which provides increased efficiency, decreased impact on the environment, and is in line with global trends towards sustainability and decreased dependency on fossil fuels. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.